Death, as a personified force, has existed throughout various cultures and religious faiths for thousands of years, ever since we knew about dying and could tell stories about it around a campfire. In some mythologies, death takes the form of a grim reaper, an entity who causes one's death and collects that individual. In others, death is simply the guide for the spirit from body to the afterlife, known as a psychopomp, like Karen on the River Styx, for example. Death is usually depicted in Western cultures as the skeletal or rotting remains of a person, but sometimes is in the form of a human-like deity who rules over death itself, such as Thanatos from ancient Greek mythology, Hel from Norse mythology, or Yama from Hinduism. In the wonderful mythology that is comic books, there have been many personifications of death over the years. Death, or later referred to as Mistress Death from Marvel Comics, known for her intimate relationships with Thanos and Deadpool over the years. Hela from Thor storylines. Necron from DC, who acts as the leader of the Black Lantern Corps, and even Death from the Sandman series by Vertigo, among others. However, for characters such as the Flash, Reverse Flash, and Jay Garrick found within the DC universe that can tap into the Speed Force, Death needs a bit more of a kick to get the job done. Enter Black Flash. Debuting in The Flash Volume 2, number 138 as a cameo, and then its first full appearance happening in issue 141, Black Flash is the personification of death found within the DC universe for those that utilize the Speed Force. The Speed Force is a cosmic extra-dimensional energy that all speedsters draw power from, which allows them to move faster than light and even travel through time if need be. When a speedster dies, they become one with this energy. It's like the Force from Star Wars, or the concept of Valhalla from Norse mythology. When a speedster becomes one with this energy, it is Black Flash who collects them and returns their power to its source. The being was supposedly seen by Barry Allen when he died during the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Max Mercury after his many near-death experiences. Black Flash appears wearing a costume similar to that of the original Flash, but black in color, and his face is in the state of rot and decay. Black Flash possesses all the same abilities as any other speedster in the DC universe. It can tap into the Speed Force, which gives it superhuman levels of speed and reflexes. It can also manipulate time and travel through it, but, unlike the other speedsters, doesn't need the aid of the cosmic treadmill to do so. Though its existence is believed to be in part due to the fast nature of the speedsters, and that death needs a way to catch them, it has been revealed that it represents a darker aspect of the Speed Force itself, and is a side effect of the use of it. In its first appearance, Black Flash begins killing off Wally West's friends, only for the Flash to travel millions of years into the future, to the end of the universe where death itself has ceased to exist, which causes Black Flash to dissolve into nothing. Don't worry, Flash returns to the present time, thus saving his friends. It's worth noting that Black Flash isn't the only physical representation of death found within Flash stories. There is another called the Black Racer, though I don't find him as memorable. Black Flash is an interesting idea. Having a Grim Reaper for speedster characters like the Flash is eerie, and the sight of this thing coming after you sends shivers down my spine. I mean, look at it. I think this character is a notable representation of how comic books and mythology are almost one and the same at this point. I label Black Flash as a villain, but death is a natural part of life, so is it truly a villain? Just remember that death waits for no man, no matter how fast you run.